So for step 38, the light pods, well, we've got this plastic piece which has all of the light pieces in it, and then we've got R2 and R1, which are the yellow pieces for the light housings, and then we're going to put a sticker on there for the light itself. Now it does show that there's a LED that you can put into this. Well, I'm not going to do that option. I think in a car like this, I don't really see much point. So they actually give you stickers, which you can see over here in the next step, rather than the light, the lens look, I suppose. So I'm going to go with that option instead, because I'm not going to put on the lights. And then for the second part of this, we need to put holes into the plastic number plates. So I'll set this up and let's put this together. So for this step, we need to grab the yellow bits that we need for the light pods. Then there's the lenses, which comes out of this plastic sheet. And then there is a sticker that you put on for the light. But I'm going to show you something. So here is, and I guess there's 4 spares. I've already cut out the 2 that we need. And in fact, I've already cut it up. I've even put a sticker on it. Part of the reason for doing that is because I'm trying to decide what's going to look best, because if you don't use the lights, these are just going to be empty. So you can see here, if I was to put this in, and I haven't done the greatest stickering job on this one by any means, but I'm actually really not that bothered, not for the purpose of what I want. But you can see there, that would be the light, but there is no light because I'm not putting one in. So your other option, which they show later on, is you get a sticker and you put the BlockHead Motors sticker over top. But these don't stick down that well. But if you look at the difference, I am leaning towards going the way of the left hand. Just because I'm not using the lights, I kind of think they might as well be covered up. It kind of reminds me of the Blackfoot, where you had all those smiley faces on the lights that aren't actually lights. So I think I'm going to go this way. I can always switch this up because I have other light pods, so I can, if for any reason this is a bad idea, I can always switch it out and go with the clear lenses. But I think that's the way I'll go. I'll go with putting it together that way. But for the purposes of what we're doing here, I've put this all together. We just need to screw this in. So there's one. I'll put the other one in there too. And I just need to screw this down now. Which it is. So I mean, there's the lens. And again, it's not the greatest job, but I honestly think I'm going to go with how it is on the left hand side. So for now, those 2 things are done. So what we're left with is this part here, where we need to grab the template again and put the holes in, because the plates that they're talking about don't have the holes in them. So we're going to have to make them, and this is again where the reamer is going to come in handy. So I'll grab all that and I'll set this up and we'll put the holes in. So again, at this point, they want us to use that template that came in the kit. And again, I'm not going to use it because I'd rather save the original. So we're going to use what was left of the one that I did a photocopy of. Now you can see that in terms of the holes, they want the 3mm holes. So if I was to put this onto here, exactly where it needs to be, you can see that there is a point on this where they want the center. So if I do a mark here and a mark here with this Sharpie, I know that I need 3mm holes right there. So I'm just going to do one quick check, make sure that I did this correctly. Yes. So we're going to grab our reamer again. And now that we know that that is the center point of that, I'm going to slowly push in, and I can feel it coming in on the other end of my finger. So we're going to start to spin. And I'm going to push on either side, and we need this at the 3mm, so I need to go much bigger than this. So I'm just going to slowly keep twisting. Until I've made that hole. And you can see it's not quite right. I can push, oh, there we go. We'll go a little farther. Yeah, and if we look at the number, it's the line above the number. You can see that it's just about there. I could maybe twist and push a little bit more, but that's about right. So there's your 3mm hole right there. So we're going to do the same thing with the other side. The marking is still there, so I'm going to put the tip onto the center of that hole. And I'm just going to go back and forth until I feel it on my finger on the other side. There we go. I can see and feel it coming out. So now I've got my two fingers on the other side, each on the other end of the hole, and I'm just going to push and spin. Pull it out now and again just to make sure it's clear. And again. We can see there's the 3, and we're at the top, so we know we've got our 3mm hole. So there is one of them ready to go. So I'm just going to do the other one, and then we'll come back and take a quick look. So there we go. Using the template, we've got the holes in that one, and we've got the holes in both of the side ones. So that means that between those and the light pods, and again, I'll figure it out in the next step as to which way I'm going, but I'm leaning towards the one on the left. So step 38 is complete. So now we're going to move on to step 39, which is the body. So now we're going to attach those plates and add the stickers, the lights, and all the O-rings and screws, and attach all these number pieces to the car.